So who's going to be voted off without deserving to today? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with Season 2, Episode 6 of Total Drama Island 2023. A big mouthful as always. I'm going to keep saying that. So yeah, last time we probably got the most bullshit elimination so far. I'm still angry about that. Like, actually angry about that. I mentioned this last time how it really bothered me that Nichelle was eliminated in the way that she was, and that Chris even just let it happen. And people pointed out, it's like, oh yeah, Chris will let that shit happen if he finds it entertaining enough, basically. Which it's like, yeah, I guess, but it is so actively unsatisfying. And I understand, I guess, the kind of idea. It's like Nichelle is just like doing so well. It's like, let's just eliminate her because otherwise it's like there's no other way she can lose. But it's like, why do you have to have her lose? Just have her win. It's like, easy solution. I don't get it. It's such an unsatisfying bullshit elimination. And the problem is, it's not the first of the season that has been bullshit. There's been so many eliminations this season that are just like, not, they don't deserve to go. They're just being eliminated for no real reason. And it's annoying. It's unsatisfying. When you watch a show like this, whether it's a real live action reality show or something like this, a sort of satire on reality shows that's animated, the ones even though it's a satire, you still want to see the annoying or bad or troublesome ones eliminated. Those are the ones you want to see go because they're annoying and troublesome and bad. You don't want to see the most likable characters go because then you're just left with just terribleness every episode. When you eliminate all of your best characters early on, it leaves very little left. And I'm really worried it's going in this direction. That they're just going to keep eliminating characters who have no reason to be eliminated. And that in the end, it's just going to be like, you know, the worst of the worst, just bunched up together. And I'm not going to give a shit anymore. Like, if it comes to, I'm not going to care who wins. Because if they're all terrible, who gives a shit? There's no point to it anymore at that point. Because it's like, you want to have someone you can root for. And you keep eliminating the ones I want to root for. So it's like, I mean, who really am I supposed to cheer for at this point? I mean, I like Bowie enough, but he hasn't really done anything worth cheering for this season. Raj and Wayne are okay, I guess. I have no issue with them. But neither of them are like really big desires to win either. It's just like, who else is left at this point? I don't want to just have the same winner as last time. I guess there's maybe Caleb. Having the first guy to be eliminated from season 1 win season 2 would be pretty interesting. But it's like they're just going to keep eliminating the ones I want to see win, so I don't even think Caleb's going to be here for much longer. I don't know. I don't know at this point. The only thing that I could think make this right at this point is if they did do a wild card thing and bring back Nichelle or Lauren, at least. Because at least then, like, I'd have something, positive to look forward to. But it's like, the way this is going is, like, really disappointing me. And I'm fine with bad guys winning every now and again. Some seasons of this will be won by bad guys. Some seasons will be won by good guys. That's just natural. That's how it's going to go. But you can't do it like this. I don't like this. And it's like, I understand that this is very much within, I can't think of her name right now. What's her face's repertoire? She's the evil one. She's the bad girl. She's the bitch. It's very much her thing to do this kind of shit. And again, like I said last time, the entire thing about Nichelle actually caring about going back into Hollywood and stuff was brought up earlier in the episode. So it's not like it came out of nowhere. But again, it's so unsatisfying and just poorly handled that it leaves me with a sense of just anger. And not a good kind of anger. Like, I actually just really do not think the show was right to do that in that way. If, like I said, if she had convinced everyone else to vote Nichelle off, I would have been fine with that. It still would have sucked, but I would have been fine with it because that would feel more in tune with the series. But having her, like, eliminate herself because of this bullshit felt unnecessary. And again, unsatisfying. I'm going to keep saying it. So it's just, I'm just really irritated about that. And usually this show is very comforting to me. Usually it's a lot of fun and a great show to react to. But when you have stuff like that happen, it's like, that saps all the fun out of it. And I'm just like, I really hope that this trend of fucking over all of the better contestants just stops. Because it really needs to at this point. I apologize if these pre-thoughts are just like me venting and everything out of anger and irritation. It's just, this is the last thing I'm recording today. I recorded Fallout and the movie for Sunday already because I was putting this off. This final or Total Drama Island, I don't know why I almost said Final Destination. I was putting this off because I didn't want to get to it and be disappointed again. That's saying something. And I am really fucking hoping right now that this series does not end up having this, as I've been calling it, season 2 curse happen. This has been going on with so many shows lately that I've reacted to. The second season has just disappointed me or irritated me to such a degree that I've dropped them. And I really don't want this to fucking happen with this series. Because I really loved the first season. I really loved reacting to it especially. And I really loved reacting to Redonkulous Race before that. I do not want this to have that big of a fall off. I really don't. I really hope it makes a comeback because this is genuinely bothering the shit out of me. But luckily, there's a lot other stuff on the channel to watch that doesn't irritate the shit out of me. Because every day, Monday through Friday, I react to 2 shows each day. On Mondays, I also do YouTube reactions, and on Wednesdays, we have been doing gaming content. Lately, we have been going through Momodora Moonlit Farewell, but we just finished that this past weekend. Or, not this past weekend, this past week. Wednesday, a couple days ago. And so we're going to be moving on to Spider-Man 2 on the PS5, and more details as to how that's going to be organized on the channel will come probably Monday. We also do movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday, and various other videos appear on the channel as well, such as AMVs and countdown lists and so on and so forth. Those are put up whenever I can get to them. There's no real schedule for that. But that all being said, thank you so much for tuning in. And for now, let's just get on with it. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black, then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in again, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, this was a good one. we're coming back. Let's talk about the elimination first. Like I said, this is a fine way of doing it. Julia, like, you know, fucking with people and telling them, oh, this is this reason and this is why you should vote this person off. Okay, fair. That I can get behind. That is a way to have someone influence the votes while making it still feel satisfying enough. It still sucks that Bowie's leaving. But I'm actually fine with it for a number of reasons. One, I still think there's a little bit of something going on between Julia and MK, and I kind of want to see that come into fruition. And two, I think that this just works as a way for this to happen. Like I said, when you have someone eliminated in the way it was done last episode, it is so extremely unsatisfying and unenjoyable to watch. It's not entertaining. It's not fun. It's just disappointing, irritating, and anger-inducing. But if you want to have your villainous character get someone eliminated through manipulation like this, that's fine. Because that's what could be done, and that's what I think should be done. Now, it only works up to a certain point, of course, but I think that that's how you handle it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where that goes from there then. Like, how long will she be able to pull this kind of thing off? It kind of depends on who remains in at this point. The challenge in this episode was really good, actually. Like, this is one of the better challenges of this season, and there haven't been a lot of those. If I'm being honest, a lot of the challenges this season have been lacking. So it's good that this one was really good. The jousting in the water on boats and everything is a fun idea. It's like, I could see people actually doing this. And I've seen similar things. Like, I've seen people in, like, these foam pits using those kind of jousting sticks to not try to knock each other off the foam platforms. Like, yeah, that's a fun thing that people actually do. So doing it in the water, it's like, yeah, that's believable. That could be a real thing. Obviously not with this much danger, but, you know. I also like that MK did receive punishment for all the cheating she's been doing. But I also like that Chris decided to punish her not because of the cheating, but because of the bad hair day. That's 100% Chris McLean. Like, that's absolutely what he would do there. And for the reasons he would do it. I like just how the eliminations went. Like they either made sense or were surprising in some cases, or were even just really fucking funny. Julia eliminating herself in the way that she did was fucking hilarious. It's like, how the fuck did you even do that? Like, oh my god, what? And Damien ending up winning the whole thing by throwing the jousting stick and knocking Bowie out that way was really smart and really skilled. I have to give him massive credit. He earned that immunity. I also like how there is an immunity idol in play as well that anyone can just find at some point, so that we could have technically 2 immunities in a week with that. I'm interested to see how that ends up being found and who ends up getting it. There's a lot of ways that could go interestingly. Like if the person who was going to be eliminated ended up finding that, that could be interesting. But not like, but like not revealing that they found it until they're about to be eliminated. That could be good. Um, yeah, I just really like how this episode went down. There were some great moments in it, some really funny moments in it. I think this was one of the better episodes of the season. Um, and I am really glad that it's the episode we're ending off on for now. I know, that sounds disappointing. But this is not because of how the season has been going, actually. Like, no matter how this episode went, this was always going to be the case for a while now. See, next week, a show is starting that is going to be, like, right on time for getting to it next week. And I want to be able to get to that right away. It's one of those shows I do not want to wait on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Total Drama Island 2023 Season 2 on hold. We're going to get to the other show, which is short. It's not too long, so that helps. And then we're going to come back to Total Drama Island right after. So you may be wondering what the show is that we're going to be getting to. Well, we are gonna. I was trying to think of some like clever way to reveal it, but I can't really think of anything. We're getting to Knuckles. Like, we're doing the Knuckles series. It's 6 episodes long, and I am really excited for it. Idris Elba is, of course, back. It's bridging the gap between between the second and third movie. So it might even have some like Easter eggs that's going to lead into Sonic 3 that comes out in December, I think. On top of that, we're going to just get more of Knuckles, who was amazing. Idris Elba did such a great job with him in the second movie, and the writing on him was amazing. It was great. So it's like, yeah, I'm just very excited for that. So I didn't want to wait. And this just seemed like the best idea. And it even worked out with like where we're at in Total Drama Season 2 as well. Because we're halfway through the season. There's 13 episodes. This was episode 6. It's as halfway through the season as you're going to get. So it worked out exceptionally well in that way too. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that Total Drama is going on hold. And we will be back to it after we finish the Knuckles series. So yeah, actually 2 current series are going to be on Fridays now with Fallout and Knuckles. That would be an interesting combination. The Ghoul does wear a cowboy hat. But yeah. So that's going to be really fun. Really excited for that starting next week. But we'll get to that as we get to that. So in the meantime, we do have a lot of other shows that we do throughout the week on this channel. Every Monday through Friday, we do 2 shows per day. But on Mondays, we also do YouTube reactions. And on Wednesdays, we have been streaming Momodora Moonlit Farewell. But we just finished that out this week. So we're going to be moving on to the PS5 and Spider-Man 2. However, I don't know if how the upload schedule is going to work for that quite yet. That will all be revealed. I'll make a separate video for that on Monday, so we'll know exactly how that's going to end up being sorted out. But yeah, so we also do movies every Saturday and Sunday. Though I record them earlier in the week, they are uploaded on the weekends. And various other videos come onto the channel as well. Anything from AMVs to countdown lists and beyond. So, yeah, a lot of content. It's constantly changing and rearranging, so there's always something for everyone. And there will continue to be some great shows coming forward in the future. But for now, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. If you have any thoughts, any questions, anything, leave them down below. Just as always, no spoilers. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.